Hello, people. I am Breaking AC Fan. Actually, no. No. For today's video, I'm simply AC Fan, the animator on YouTube. And I'm here to talk about a little bit of a thing that's happened with YouTube lately. And I'm just gonna cut to the chase and not beat around the bush. Yes, I'm talking about the YouTube comments section. The half of the website that makes the site has now been chopped off for all channels. And now, in order to comment, you have to have a Google Plus account. I will say the one thing that everyone thought when this change suddenly occurred. Now, it wasn't even in the try something new section of YouTube. You know, the area where you can actually beta test things. Like, what was it, like the feather view, where, you just have, like, barely, like, bare basic bones, nothing on the channel, or, like, the questions on the videos, where you can put questions, and users can actually answer with things on there. You didn't even put it in there. You just instantly slapped it on there, like, here, it's called integration, as everyone puts it in quotation marks, because it's not integration, alright? It's bullshit, what it is, alright? So anyways, your channel can no longer comment on videos or channels, apparently. I didn't actually notice because I don't do that much, but apparently now you couldn't even. So now, like, you can no longer comment on channels or videos without without a Google Plus account connected to your your channel. Yeah. Anger makes me not think well. So yeah, and this is like, where do I begin with this? This is, by the way, I'm just gonna say now, this is something I will not get over. All right, I used to complain. I used to be one of those people who complain about every single update thing YouTube did. All right, I complained back in, like, I think, what was it, like 2008, when they changed the way the channels were designed, and I look back and I'm like, dude, the updates weren't really that bad. Like, the only, like, I remember one thing they did remove that I kind of liked using was the message board thing, where, like, it was, no, it was like the bulletin board or whatever, and, like, you could post a message on there, and then all your contacts and maybe subscribers, I can't remember if it was one or the other or both, would get a message on their bulletin board from you. Like, all of them would get it. I remember when they had that. That was back in 2007. So, I remember when they had that. And that was nice, but that wasn't an issue. And then, like, last year, was it? They changed the front page. Your front page was no longer your subscriptions, kind of like it should be. It's now basically whatever YouTube wants to put up there. It's kind of like, whatever channel they decide to feature on there, or like whatever videos they decide to put there because they're sponsoring it or whatever. And not only that, but also any channel you're subscribed to, it will tell you if they liked a video or something. And that's not a bad thing if it wasn't the default. Because now, like, because then your front page was never just subscription videos anymore. There, you had to go and look for like, you had to go and look for where your subscriptions were. And that's completely stupid. Like, utterly, completely stupid. And it was just really, really out of the way to look for the videos you're subscribed for, and it's just completely dumb. However, there was a link, like, once you found it, there was a link in the, well, there was a URL for your subscription, so you could always just go there, and then you can just bookmark it and just click there and automatically just go to your subscriptions. So that's pretty stupid, but I mean, at least there's a workaround for it. Shouldn't be, but at least there is. This, however, There is no workaround for it. You can't just trick Google into thinking you have a Google Plus account when you don't. And you can't just comment on anything anymore. You now have to have this now have to have this page or profile or whatever for your channel. And here's the thing. People say, like, why are you so against it? But let me ask you this. Say you're on Tumblr. And Tumblr is owned by Yahoo, I believe. So let's say Yahoo decides every single Tumblr account has to have a Yahoo account connected to it. Doesn't have to be a Yahoo email, it just has to be a Yahoo account connected to it. What then? Just for, let's say, you have to have a Yahoo account in order to reblog things. One of the major things to do on Tumblr. Let's say you had to have a Pahil account. I'm hoping I'm saying that word right. A Pahil account in order to post comments on DeviantArt. What if you had to have a Friendster account in order to retweet things on Twitter? What then? Why would you need to use a completely different website in order to use this one website? That's just completely dumb. And this isn't the same thing as, going on to, say, a news website and wanting to post a comment there and signing in with either Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, whatever. That's not the same thing. This is something that you could do before. You were able to comment before, and now you no longer are able to without a Google Plus account. And we all know why. We all know why they made this change. It's because not too many people are using Google Plus. And I know people are going to post in the comments that, that Google Plus has gotten a lot of users in a shorter amount of time than Facebook or Twitter or whatever has gone. But here's the thing. Google, like, for every new account, when Google Plus became a thing, like, any new account already automatically had one. And here's what I'm wondering. Why? It's like you're signing us up for a thing we don't want. You're signing us up for spam. You're signing us up for something we just do not need or want. And for all the new channels, they will automatically have it, so it's probably not an issue for them. But for sorry for all my coughing. For the majority of the site, I would say for the site, you do not have a Google Plus account. I would even say the majority do not want one. Because there are many, content creators working for YouTube who do not want this change. And here's my question to Google: if they decide to actually watch this, why not integrate it, as I'm going to keep putting it, because I'm still mad and will never stop being mad at this. Why would you not make it so that both could comment? Here's the thing. You can either use YouTube as either a Google Plus account, and all your comments that you've posted through Google Plus onto YouTube will be notified through that little shitty bell thing, and then any videos you posted through YouTube and any comments you receive and stuff will be sent to the inbox. Because the inbox is not even used anymore. I mean, you can send messages, but they're not the comment section. Why the hell not the comment section? I'm sorry, but you have this inbox, and and now, because you need a Google Plus account, the inbox is practically useless unless you're still accepting contact requests or are looking at shared videos or again personal messages. So at least the contact box still has some use, but not as much. Then it practically lost its main use, at least for me, anyways. I mean, I would say most people aren't video makers, so that's not important to them. But it's important to me, and it's important to a lot of people. A lot of people who make videos, a lot of people who actually want to listen and answer their questions. And I'm sorry, this is backwards, alright? Completely backwards. Hey, I need to... Oh. I'm sorry, but there could be better ways of doing this. Because now with a Google Plus account, you can't even, see just your comments too. You're notified, and there's no way to change this too. You're notified of everything. You're notified when people plus one your video. You're notified when people comment, when people thumbs up your comment. I'm sorry, but thumbing up your comment, really? I'm not even going to go into how the comment system itself is broken, because it kind of is, with its unlimited amount of text you can use. I'm sorry, but you're trying to eliminate spam by giving the option of making more spam. I'm sorry, what? Not only that, links in comments. I'm sorry, but why? Why would you do that? You know what? Another thing they removed that I really, really hate? They removed time codes in the comments. You know how people would put 0:01 or whatever time in their comment, and you can click it, and it would automatically take you there? No, they completely removed that. Why? Why would you remove that? Just why? Alright? Just, it's like these devs are so fucking arrogant in their design. They don't. Here's the thing. Everyone knows they don't give a shit about us. They know no one gives a shit at all. Completely. Nothing. They give not a single shit. Not even a single molecule. Alright? Not one. Because they think they're so fucking high and mighty. And they kind of are. Because there's really nowhere else like YouTube. The only other places are like Daily Motion Vimeo, but but those don't have the current support. And we can't just pick up our things and move because our audience is here. And that's the problem too, is that my audience and everyone else's audience is here. I mean, YouTube is it. It's practically a monopoly. And they're abusing this power to make their site even worse and worse, and I'm just... Google, I want to like you, alright? I think you're an amazing search engine, and I think you have the power to make things great, but you're not doing it right. Your execution typically is poorly. I mean, hell, Google Plus could be a cool thing if it was presented correctly. Show us things that we can do on Facebook and Twitter that we can't do. Show us things we can't do on Facebook and Twitter that we can do on Google Plus. I'm sorry, there's not that much, because all social media it really is. It's just, in a stereotypical aspect anyways, talking about your day. Because Facebook is that. It's basically just saying how your day is to all your friends and stuff. And if you see shitty comments or shitty posts by people who you're friends with, you can always just, have them not appear in your thread thing or whatever. So you can do that. And then with Twitter works more like a news feed where you're constantly given updates about, I would say, companies and stuff, because like either companies or you get short load jokes from people. That's kind of the use of Twitter. With Google Plus, though, there's not even anything worth using. And I know, well, getting a little winded. And I know, people are going to say, just don't use it. But there's my problem. Why sign up for it if I'm not going to use it? Why make me sign up to use half of the website? Why? Just why? In general, why? Why the change to the subscriptions? Why integrate Google Plus? Just why? Again, Google, you have something great. Don't fuck it up. Like, seriously, do not fuck it up, because you're just going to turn this site... Well, you're going to turn this site into shite. That's pretty much it, alright? You just... You're just going to ruin the site by quote unquote integrating. Pretty sure the word you're looking for is forced. All right. Think if you look up integrating, Google will say, "Are you looking for forced?" Jeez. I'm sorry. Just you have something great, but you're doing it poorly. All right. Google devs, YouTube devs. I don't know who the hell's in charge of this shit. At least change it so the comments, so that the channels can comment. All right, at least integrate it to that, and I will personally thank you. I will make a thank you video to Google if the channels can at least comment again. You can have Google Plus accounts be able to comment. That's fine. I could give a shit less. Pretty sure I used that phrase right. I just don't care. I just want to be able to comment again without having to sign up for a completely unrelated website. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to. I'm sorry, people who watch my thing. I'm not going to out of principle. I should not have to sign up for a website for a completely different website. It's just completely backwards. I'm sorry. That's just not how site design works. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sign up for one. Until the day comes that you actually force every single channel to have one, otherwise they cannot no longer be used, I will not use one. And I swear to God, if you actually do that, I will cut a bitch. That being every single one of you Google devs or YouTube devs, or hell, both. I'm sorry, but until the day you force us to do that, I'm not signing up for one. And you know what? I will admit this though. I tried it. I didn't like it. It was completely backwards. So no, I'm not permanently signing up for one. Y'all can go fuck yourself with that shit. Alright? I'm sorry. But no. It's not going to happen. Stop making Google Plus happen. It's not going to happen. And it never will. Stop trying to be something you aren't. Good night, everybody.